I think most I made in a month was like 5K.
How many clients since then do you think you've signed?
Like I think I had like 20 Shopify accounts. I'm signing NFL players, bro.
Do you think your business would be at the same spot it is now without making the decision that you made back then?
Definitely not.
There was that one lady, I don't remember how much she was making
It was 60K.
a month.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say any names, but I've been a part of some terrible communities with terrible response times. Josh, you respond like almost immediately, bro. If you have any sort of issue right now with your agency or any type of client acquisition, if you're struggling to get clients, if you're struggling with even fulfillment, I would definitely pull the trigger because depending on what else.
All right, man, this is a little bit of a different setting. I got this Airbnb for literally just one night. I'm making a ton of trips round about the whole country, I guess, going about the whole country, but I'm super excited for this one, actually. Who am I here with today?
What's going on, guys? My name is Malik. I run a marketing agency for ecom brands. It's called MCX. Yeah.
Nothing crazy, just pretty simple, pretty simple. And you know, this is something that's a little bit out of the ordinary because typically I work with a lot of lead gen agencies, but to a degree, it's almost the exact same process when working with getting ecom clients. And today I just want to kind of talk about where you were before we started working together, kind of what the process looked like, and just kind of how things have shifted and the trajectory that you're on right now. Because you told me how much did you tell me you made like last week?
Last week I made $4,000. Actually, I think I have the WAP. Hold on. 4.3.
Man, that's crazy. That's crazy because when you came to me, how much, what, I don't even remember what month it was. It was probably like sometime last year, around like late summer last year.
Yeah.
How many clients were you working with and how much were you making?
I'm not gonna lie, I had like 20 plus clients and I wasn't making that much. I think most I made in a month was like 5K.
Okay. And what was like the biggest thing that you were struggling with at that time? Was it, I mean, if you had 20 clients, was it just because of like connections?
I had like a semi group of connections that I mainly got all my clients from, and they weren't paying that much because they were still like not that much of established brands, and I didn't really know how to reach established brands, so I just kind of stuck in my circle.
Okay, so it was more so not, you were connected, you had some things. I know you had that account, you had a lot of like fashion followers, a little bit of that niche. So I mean, when you transition from being almost like a fashion, I don't know if you want to call it influencer, but like kind of having a little bit of a following to working with these clothing brands, I mean, there's great parallels there. So you already had some connections in the space. But yeah, I mean, you were working with a ton of clients and not making nearly as much as you could or should have been. And what was kind of the reason that you ended up reaching out and like working with me in particular over, some of these other guys?
I really just saw how your agency kind of grew, and I just felt like you knew what you were doing compared to everyone else because you were actually like posting your numbers, and I didn't have those numbers, so I was just like, okay, I might as well just work with you and see what's going on.
Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. It yeah, and honestly, I think that I had actually reached out to you, which I think is funny. I remember I found him on TikTok, and he was just another agency owner, and I wanted to connect at the time. Mm-hmm. And then once I kind of opened up the ability for me to like work with you guys as more of like a partnership, like helping in your business, it was just good from there. It was good from there.
Mm-hmm. I think after you had hit me up, I saw a bunch of your results. Like I watched your YouTube video, and I was like, okay. I had a partner at the time. I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to get on call with him. Like before you even had like the Pentagon and stuff like that. So I was down to pay him before even.
Before it was even an option.
Yeah, I think we slept DMs, but
yeah. That's crazy. So I mean, what was it like kind of changing the processes? Like what was the onboarding like? Because we did a pretty big overhaul of like your pricing structure, like trying to make sure that the clients were actually paying you what you were worth, and kind of getting rid of some of these people who were just wasting your time, hitting you up, never dropping, things like that.
Yeah. Right. So how it was before, we would make them a certain amount of money. We'd make them $1,000. We'd make them money before we ask for money, if that makes sense. So if they made $1,000, we asked for 500 up front, and then after that it would be just 10%, which was really kind of bad because I ended up taking on way more than I could handle. And then after we had reworked the entire like price structure, now I take just a upfront fee, like it was more than 500, and then from there still 10% rev share. But instead of taking on clients at the very beginning, and then asking for money, we just ask for money and filter out all the people who are kind of unserious.
Yeah, we did have to add a really strict qualification process. And
Yeah, that too.
I mean, you were kind of already getting your clients. Were you doing a lot of outreach before? No. So it was still kind of just like referrals, word of mouth. And, you know, a little bit from the content, but not as like intentionally as much. With the kind of system that we implemented, you made a particular like an asset, like a pre-call asset. How did, you know, having people watch that and start to work with you versus when they didn't watch that, like how did that change your sales calls?
The pre-call video helps so much because I literally don't get on the call if they don't watch it. That because my closing rate goes up so much when they watch that video. But before we had it, the show rate wouldn't be that high because they wouldn't have So the video talks about like the service and whatnot.
Yeah.
If they don't watch the video, they don't know what I'm doing. They don't know who I am. They don't see any type of testimonials, any numbers, anything like that. So they just feel like they're not getting on a call. After they watch the video, it's like, okay, this guy knows what he's doing. I'm gonna get on a call, and then I think it also adds like psychology for them to want to pay.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Because it's not like you're going in, when you're on the call, and I always, you know, I've talked about this in my reels and probably should make a little bit of a longer form video about it, but when someone understands like who you are and what you offer, when they get on the call, it's not about, okay, let me find out who this person is and what they're going to do for me. It's like, okay, is this something that I want to do right now? Or is this something I want to do in the future? So it just changes the whole framing of the call. Something else that I want to talk about is not just kind of like the structure and how much you were charging, but how did the quality of clients that you were getting change after we started implementing some more intentional content, some more intentional strategies? Were the people that you were actually signing making more money? Were they more established? What did that look like?
Though the clients who came after we implemented everything I think they're more driven. The ones who I signed before we up pricing and all the pre-call assets and whatnot, they weren't as serious. Like I would go months without them. They would go months without like dropping collections. They would go months without even contacting me. They'd be even hard to collect money from. So it was just like a headache. So after we implemented all the pre-call stuff and all the everything after, the quality of the clients just went all the way up. Like I'm signing NFL players, bro.
Yeah, you got to tell him about
NFL
that.
players.
He texts me and he's like, yeah, what team is it again?
It's the Vikings.
Like, it just blows my mind, you know? Everyone is on social media. Everyone is on social media.
I don't think I told you. I signed a D1 basketball. I think I did tell you. It's a D1 basketball player.
Really?
Yeah.
Man.
I sent him last week. He sent me half because he sent me half and then he'll pay me half before we start the campaigns.
Okay. Well, there you go. I mean, getting cash before you even really do much is awesome. And did you ever think that just from posting and like going on TikTok, you would ever be able to sign like NFL players or like D1 basketball?
No, bro.
And another thing that I remember talking about was some of these people are not just giving you, I mean, a percent of their business, but they're more so giving you like creative direction over what they're doing. There was that one lady, I don't remember how much she was making like at her peak. Do you remember?
It was $60K.
A month?
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy, right? So $60K a month, and he is able to now kind of take an extra step, maybe get an extra percentage and do some extra work for making sure the creatives are going to look good, making sure the products are going to look good, the website. So instead of just being stuck where the founder doesn't really understand the processes as much, you're able to come in and really take them to the next level with obviously amazing compensation when that all comes through. With the community, because it is one-on-one with me, we can also touch on that, but like how was it meeting some of these guys that are in there and like the other agency owners that are also trying to grow their business?
It helps a lot because when I'm confused on something, I immediately have people I can hit up. It's helped so much, bro. And even being able to like having like a friendship almost with some of the guys in there.
I mean, you've even met up with some of them like outside of like our events that we would try and host. It's like he's going out of his way, being able to meet up with some of these guys and like just growing his, you know, your network. Your network is your net worth, right?
Exactly. Because we help each other out. Like he asked me questions, I asked him questions. Yeah, it's just like it's just a good community, honestly.
Oh man, I love that. And with kind of like we were talking about before, the one-on-one with me, a lot of people, how did you think the response times were, and kind of just being able to ask me questions? Like, what was it with me actually responding, like being able to get on calls with you compared to maybe, you know, what you expected?
Bro, I'm not gonna say any names, but I've been a part of some terrible communities with terrible response times. Josh, you respond like almost immediately, bro. It's like, it's surprising, honestly. I don't know what else to say. It's just surprising because, bro, I've been a part of terrible communities. Even some friends I have in real life don't respond that much.
Really? I mean, I think that was actually something that you said, like in the very, very beginning. You were like, even though I paid, like, it's nice to have someone in the space who isn't like kind of, I don't really remember the word that you used to describe it, but like making the gap too big. Like, I'm trying to like really bring you guys, even though I might be making more money, like up to my like stage. Like, it's not even about levels, like, because we're all on the same level. It's just some people might be 2 steps ahead of somebody else. So it's like making sure that you guys can make those steps without having to feel like, fuck, dude, like I'm an idiot for not realizing this or that. And it's just like, at the end of the day, I want you guys all to succeed. And like, that's why I come out here. And that's why I'm like doing these trips, is so that I can meet up with you guys and have it be more of like a person to person thing, and actually put a face to the name. And like, even though we have Zoom calls, it's like, it's completely different being able to, like, we were just driving in the car for like an hour, right? like making our way through traffic. He's got this nice ass car. He's like, going through the tunnels. Like, it's just like fun. Like, you're actually like people like enjoying the things that you're working for. And I love to see it happen. I think overall, like, what would you say, do you think your business would be at the same spot it is now without kind of making the decisions that you made back then?
Definitely not. I'm not gonna lie. Because before, I didn't even know what a setter. I didn't even know what a setter was. I didn't even know to track what I should be tracking. I didn't have a tracking sheet. I didn't have any of that.
So it's like actually having kind of like past the wall of information. Like, if you feel like there's more out there that you should know or could know, but you just don't know it yet. And yeah, same thing with the data. Yeah, what were you about to say?
For example, the pre-call assets. I didn't have that. And after I added it, bro, the money just started compounding like every single month. So it's just like,
I think I have a screenshot. You told me you closed, like, you were like, there was back in January, you're like, I have 100% close rate right now.
Yes.
He was like, every call that I get on is closing. Like, this is fucking crazy.
Yes.
How many, I don't know if you know, like, have an actual number, but like, how many clients since then do you think you've signed?
Like, I think I have like 20 Shopify accounts.
20.
20.
E-com stores are fucking hard to get, dude. E-com stores are hard to find. Like, and you know, it all just comes down to having the right systems in place, and being able to understand like what parts of the process that you can add to start to see higher return on the actions that you're already doing.
Exactly.
But I mean, overall, what would you say, like, to somebody who may be considering this, is on the fence, kind of just your word to the viewer themselves?
If you have any sort of issue right now with your agency or any type of client acquisition, if you're struggling to get clients, if you're struggling with even fulfillment, I would definitely pull the trigger, because not only is the help almost perfect, the community itself is like, I don't think I have any bad reviews about like anything. Like, bro, I'm like a completely different position from September, was it? To now. Like, I didn't even have a car in September.
You got a car. He's telling me he's looking at these apartments. He's like, if I make just like a little more, I'll get one of these crazy like high rises. Like, it's really just, you really are just in so much farther in the business journey, and like, it's really crazy. He's even telling me like all these other side ventures that you kind of got going on. It's awesome.
Yeah, I'm telling you, if you guys have like any sort of like pushback, any sort of bottleneck, depending on will help. That's it. It'll help.
I mean, that's perfect. I mean, I think I'll keep this short because he's actually got an apartment tour right after this. So I'll let him go get to his apartment tour, see if he's going to pull the trigger on that. And then we'll kind of just see how everything's going. Make sure to follow up when you hit that like 30, 40, 50K. It's going to be awesome. Maybe we'll see you in Greece. If we end up planning that trip, that would be awesome. But regardless, man, you know, I think that wraps everything up. I appreciate you taking the time, you know, picking me up from the airport and hanging out with me today. So
no problem. It was nice meeting you.
100%.